What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the new subscribers. Welcome back to the old subscribers. I hope everyone is doing well. I am doing some messages for a current situation in your life, or some messages maybe from your guides or from the angels, as well as there's going to be some messages from another person to you. And I'm on the water signs: Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So your guys' oracle card was acceptance. And you see how she's kind of holding the reins, moving forward, and then there's a big, huge wave behind her. But at the same time, when I look at it, it's almost like she's pulling back on them, like trying to prevent something from moving forward in her life. Maybe she's not already or aware of like how much momentum is coming behind her. I just feel like this person is trying to kind of ride the wave, but at the same time pulling back, maybe holding themselves back in some way or another. And I think that's important to remember, that things are going to happen one way or the other, and there's no point in trying to stop things or trying to control them. To just go with the flow when it comes to certain things. Next, we have the Queen of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, the Hermit card, and the Four of Pentacles. So with these cards together, it looks like, first of all, someone could be dealing with a Virgo, but this is more about self-reflection. This is about looking within. Some people are going to realize that what they desire most at this point in their life is to be single, to do things on their own, or maybe someone just works better alone. Maybe someone works better independently, where they can be more creative on their own. And I feel like someone is a very good painter, someone's a very good artist, and that their biggest dream right now would be to kind of perfect their craft and do things on their own. And I feel like someone is holding on to something really tightly and not really opening up about it or letting it go. And I feel like it has a lot to do with communication. It has a lot to do with how things are being brought about in their life. And I just feel like with the Four of Pentacles, it's like she's saving money, she's gathering it up, and then there's a key laying on the ground right next to her. It's like you guys hold the key to whatever it is that you're searching so much for, whatever you're saving for. I feel like whatever you're working so hard towards, being this independent, in this energy, doing things, spending more time alone, working on yourself, working on something is benefiting you in the future. But it's also about accepting a way of life then at that point, where maybe there's someone that you're dealing with who spends all of their time at work, who is fully dedicated to doing themselves, like doing them, being independent, working on things, and maybe not telling you all of their plans. And I feel like it's time to accept that. Also, some of you guys are saving up for something. You're maybe closing yourself off to other people, not opening up, but at the same time, there's some things that are happening that you're not telling a whole lot of other people. But I feel like that is the key at this point, is to accept things as they come into your life, be more open to accepting things, but at the same time, not exactly telling the world everything that's going on. And I think that maybe it's just important for some other people that could be dealing with you to understand that. I feel like you guys know what it is that you want. You are in that energy of moving forward. The Queen of Wands is someone who is viewed as, I don't want to say cocky, but she is very self-confident. She is very beautiful. She does usually get what she wants, and she's doing it in her own way and on her own time. And I think that it's important to let people do what it is that they are doing, and having an outlet at the same time to express yourself creatively, I feel like is going to bring you guys something that you've been wanting in your life, as well as stability. some of you guys have been working on building something for so long that it's almost like you forgot some other things are a part of your life. Maybe your friends feel like you're not as available, or that you come off flighty to certain people, even though you're very hardworking people, or someone you're dealing with is a very hardworking person, but people perceive them as someone who's upbeat and stuff, but at the same time, it's like they would kind of easily distracted, and it's important to stay focused on your tasks. It's important to take notes. It's important to learn the lessons that we have in our life, and some of those lessons are better learned on our own. I do feel like some of you guys have someone who could be watching you, but at the same time, this is energy of someone who is very secretive, someone who keeps things to themselves. As long as you're taking care of everything that needs to be taken care of, I think that everything will work out. Some of you guys are doing something in a different fashion than other people around you. Some of you guys are smarter than people would give you credit for in most instances, where I think that there's going to be more attention drawn to whatever it is that you guys are doing for work, or maybe there's going to be some communication about your artwork or your project or whatever it is that you've been working on. I think that more people are going to be noticing what you're doing, but at the same time, maybe there's people around you that feel like you're really closed off, that you sleep too much, maybe that you're eating too much, or you smoke a little bit too much weed. I do feel like there's a boy or someone that is a friend in your life that is working on something and not opening up to you at this time, but it's not like they're not paying attention. It's not like they're not open to learning. I just think that maybe they feel like you forgot about them. Maybe they don't know if this is something you want to work on, but I feel like someone sees you as someone who's very smart, someone who is a teacher, someone who can build people up, someone who is very funny and is open to new adventures. But at the same time, I feel like this person is just relaxing. If you're, wondering if they're on bullshit, if they're out here doing things, I think this person is just doing them. They're doing things that make them feel good. I feel like someone could have been struggling financially, and now they're on their grind at this point in the game, and definitely working a lot and definitely sleeping and just chilling out basically, but at the same time working really hard at something. And I think that that's important for you to know, that whatever it is you're working on really hard, that it's going to be noticed. And if you're saving for something, that's also going to be beneficial in the future. I think that saving money for some of you guys is going to be something that's highlighted here, because whatever you're working on is a very tedious process. It's not that what you're doing isn't being noticed, or that it's not going to be something that will be beneficial, especially monetary. I think that it's just taking a lot longer than you'd like. You have Temple Path, the Door to Value, Action, and the Garden and the Gates. There is a lot of work that needs to be done on this. There is some action that needs to be taken. So don't hold yourself back. Don't attempt to hold back the things that are meant to come into your life. Don't hold back from other people, maybe friends or co-workers or whoever, because I feel like your path has been illuminated for you, and it's going to be bringing you in a lot of money. Some of you guys, as a teacher for sure, but maybe some of you guys want to go back to school to get a degree, and that I think that would be beneficial for you, whatever path that you're on, especially if you want to go bigger than what you are right now. I think that there is a way for this to to make you some more money. It's also important to remember that maybe there are people in your life that are more comfortable continuing to be the way that they are, doing the things that they've always done, and maybe they're not ready to open up to you. Maybe they're not ready to be anything more than a friend in your life at this time, and that's something that is important to accept from other people. But it also wouldn't hurt to let people know what you truly think of them either, you know. Some of you guys definitely hold yourself back from taking actions, but I feel like everything that you've been wanting to come into your life is coming into your life. But don't hold yourself back. When it's time to take that step, when it's time to make that move, you're going to know, and you're going to need to take action at that point, and you're going to need some good people around you that can help you. Like maybe there's something that collaboration, maybe it's a business idea or opportunity, going into business with another person would bring more stability. You know, this is about working together with other people instead of doing things on your own. But I feel like some of you guys feel like you have to do everything by yourself, but there's going to come a time where that may change, and you might need to step into a situation where it's unknown or uncharted territory, and it's like, don't hold back, but maybe keep things to yourself for a while. It's like you're going to know when it's okay to kind of reveal to other people what's going on. I think that there is someone that you guys think about quite a bit, that maybe you'd like to see this person take more action towards you. But I also feel like there's something about the situation that this person has a hard time. When we think about masculine and feminine energy, and it's all about us like balancing out those hemispheres, but it's also the hemispheres in our brains. It's like a lot of people don't realize that we do have some deep-seated issues at the end of the day with one or both of our parents, and that affects how we treat the opposite sex in our life, and it might even be including ourselves. Some of us need to work on feminine energy, and we have some issues with our mother. Some of us need to work on masculine energy, and we have some issues with our father. You know, it's just certain aspects of ourself that we need to work on in order for us to communicate and work with other people in a professional or respectable and, you know, a manner that could take us further than we could go ourselves. I think that this could be about some of you guys purchasing some kind of property for a business. This is about opening up a little bit more, even if it's something that's not a whole lot of other people do, or maybe you're afraid of what other people would think, or maybe this is about going global instead of staying in a certain place. But I just feel like there's a place for you in this world, but there's a lot of places that we've never been as well, and maybe there's more money in other places, and it's okay to take those steps. Because I feel like there is someone that there is a business deal or plan in place, or there will be an opportunity for this in the future. And this person's going to be a really good friend to you, a really good ally that you're going to want on your side. But it just might take them a little bit of time to come forward after all of this. I think that they're around, they're paying attention, but they haven't really approached you yet. So just keep doing what you're doing. You have to stay optimistic about your love life. It says positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. You have children in reverse. Your love life is being affected by children. And then you have karma. You have gifts. You have help from above. You have beauty. And you have sadness. Some of you guys are either were or still involved in a karmic relationship or situation where you feel like you can't really get out of it, even though it makes you really unhappy, because of the children that are involved in it. Some of you guys have a really negative attitude when it comes to a love situation. Maybe some of you guys need to understand that people are living out their karma in one way or another, and maybe it has nothing to do with you. Maybe there's some things that people don't open up about. Maybe there's some things people need to deal with on their own. Some of you guys are very beautiful people. Some of you guys have been chosen for the path that you're on, and some of you guys are needing to heal some of this sadness that you've been dealing with for a very long time, that you don't open up to people about, you don't talk about. Just know that you do have friends that you could talk to about this. Some of you guys have a lot of gifts to share with the world, and that you're being assisted even though maybe you don't know that they're there, or maybe it's just a lot of questions when it comes to, who are my friends? Who can I trust with this? I don't think that the children are a factor in a situation, even though it may seem or appear to be that way. I just feel like someone is in a very negative mindset because they see you getting a lot of attention, and they're kind of worried about something. It's something that they need to accept, that maybe you won't have any children with this person, or that is something that's off the table when it comes to this person. Maybe someone can't have children. Someone may be learning that they need to do a lot more work on themselves to be ready or prepared to be in a relationship with another person. Some of you guys are going to be gifted some things. Some of you guys have a lot of gifts. Some of you guys are being helped from different people, places, and things, and they've all been strategically placed to help you along the way. But when these things come into your life and these people come into your life, just know they were sent to you, and this is how it was supposed to happen. And it's important for you to work at it each day, even if you don't see the results right away. That the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step, like they say. The messages are, I'm just staring at my phone right now. My ego won't let me say that I'm sorry, and I just want to be happy. I feel like some of you guys are stuck in a situation where there are children with a karmic partner, where you're really unhappy and you just want to be happy, and you want to go out and you want to explore and you want to go and do new things. Maybe you would like to remain friends with this person, but you've noticed that you don't really work that well as a couple, and you'd like to be on your own and be independent, and it's hard for you to express that to this person. Some of you guys are dealing with someone who you'd like to see make more effort into your life, that you'd like to see them come forward and do some type of action, but maybe there was a fallout. Maybe this person has a hard time admitting their faults. Their ego is very big, so they're the type of person where they really wouldn't admit to you that when they're sorry. They don't say I'm sorry to people. Someone maybe is waiting for you to contact them. Someone who sees you as this beautiful person, someone who wants to work on things with you. But then in this instance, this person doesn't want to be with this person. They want to be with the one who won't admit that they're sorry. There's a bunch of different scenarios in this situation, but I also feel like even though your sadness is very present and the karmic cycles are very present, there's also a beauty that shines through. There's also a gift that shines through. There's also a lot of help and a lot of assistance on your side, regardless of the situation that you have going on in your life. So it's time to accept those gifts, and it's time to accept that help, and to be open and ready to receive in your life, where that's not easy for us to do sometimes, or to admit that we need help. But in order for things to move forward, we're going to have to just roll with it and be ready to accept things as they come. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys. I hope you have a good night.